Aquarius, this is your energy check-in love reading. We're tuning into the person on your mind or your current situation and the energy unfolding for you right now. Let's see what wants to come through. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Aquarius, please. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Aquarius, please. All right, so the Three of Swords in reverse. Okay, holding back, healing. Ooh, okay, some secrets here may have been revealed about your person, or they want to reveal secrets. They're viewing you as the Six of Pentacles. What you're not seeing, the Five of Wands in reverse. And we see the Chariot card in reverse, Cancerian energy. So Aquarius, not so fast. I do think you have someone that may want to heal things and make it up to you, but we'll see. And we see the Knight of Cups. Okay. Aquarius, I feel like some of you could have Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces in your chart. It doesn't have to be the case. But I do think you see or saw a lot of potential here with this person in this connection. And you're attracted to this person and you wanted to, or you want to see where it goes. Now, some of you want to heal things with them, with the Three of Swords in reverse. But for a lot of my Aquarius, I feel like right now you're holding back. You're holding back, Three of Swords energy, and you may be watching and waiting to see what they do next, how they come towards you. All right, so we see the Nine of Cups. Some of you, this is someone you're just casually dating. The Nine of Cups is, going out, having fun, having dinner, having drinks, hooking up, that type of energy. So it may be this may be a relationship that hasn't quite found its form yet. But I'm also seeing with the Nine of Cups, your wish fulfillment may be to actually heal things with this person. But it's like you're waiting for them to come towards you is what I'm getting. You're viewing them as the Page of Wands in reverse. So you may realize this person is lacking confidence. You may also feel with the Page of Wands in reverse that I don't know if they rushed in and out of the connection, or you're seeing them as potentially being a bit of a player. I mean, they could be revealing that there were other options here getting in the way of this connection moving into something more solid and secure, or they were talking to other people, or they were allowing some sort of third-party interference into some sort of third party to interfere in this connection. For some of you, it's friends or family members or bad advice or work or other options. It just sort of depends on the connection. If you're dealing with this person, if you were in an exclusive relationship, I mean, it may be that they were letting like their family get too involved, or they were letting their friends kind of dictate how they should act or behave. And you might be seeing them as a bit childish or immature because of that. But most of all, I think you're seeing this person as somebody who's lacking confidence. You may be seeing them as a little bit foolish right now, or acting foolishly. And the connection, the Nine of Swords in reverse, you're seeing some sort of repeating pattern here, though, Aquarius, that's making you feel a little bit uncomfortable. This person, the Ten of Cups. So this person does want a relationship with you, all right? And that's because they're seeing you as the Six of Pentacles, soulmate energy, and somebody who really balances them out. Now, let's go to the Oracle deck and see what messages come through for you before we continue. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Aquarius, please. All right, the first steps. So to get ahead, you must take the first steps, even without knowing the outcome. Just don't stay where you are. So don't stay stuck. A lot of you have been kind of holding back. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean you need to come towards this person. In fact, your advice here is the Chariot card in reverse. As much as you might want to be the one to go in and do the repair, the Chariot in reverse tells me you need to maybe watch and wait and see what this person does. You may need to kind of force them to come towards you. And it's not because you're playing some sort of game, but I think it's gotten to the point where you need to see if they are willing to repair and how they're going to do that. And I also feel like to get ahead, take the first steps. Don't stay stuck. Don't self-isolate. You know, take action towards, you know, making sure if you know, I feel like spending time with friends and family is important. Working on your health and your wellness. You know, you may need some time to grieve what's happened or process emotionally what's going on, but, you know, give yourself a limit, right? And then try to, you know, get out, change the, you know, flip the script a little bit, go to the gym, get out in nature. You know, even do things like go to the grocery store, or, you know, I'm not saying retail therapy is the answer, but sometimes getting out and about can really help you get out of your head. It's very underrated for when you're feeling bad, right? And especially if you can do it with friends or family. So perseverance, you've gotten through survival mode. Now it's time to live and blossom into more. The worst is behind you. And that certainly is the case, okay? So it feels like, you know what, the worst is over here. Now it's time to get moving. It's time to, you know, be focusing on you, putting yourself out there, and not necessarily dating or anything like that, but just, like I said, getting out and about, flipping the script a little bit, you know, giving yourself time to grieve or process feelings. But now it's time to do the things that bring you joy, be creative, focus on your work, get out and about. And the path to mastery, Aquarius, you're stepping into a new expanded consciousness that you will soon master. Yeah, beautiful. So there have been some karmic lessons here, okay? It doesn't mean it's a karmic relationship that won't work out. I mean, for some of you, it certainly will, okay, or it can. And I feel like your wish fulfillment here is to heal things. Like, you don't want to leave this on a bad note, but you do need to free yourself. So again, I keep getting that message, Aquarius. Some of you I'm connecting to, you might feel a little bit stuck. You might feel like, I'm obsessing about this, or I can't move on, or it's all I can think about. But you don't have to carry your burdens alone. Have the courage to ask and accept help. That could be professional help, right? If you feel like you need to see someone like a therapist or an energy healer, a reader or a psychic or something like that. But like for a lot of you, it's just about liberating yourself, getting out and about, saying, you know, calling up your friends and being like, you know what, now I kind of need to go out. I need to distract myself. I need to, you know, flip the script here. 7 of Swords in reverse tells me this person, I don't know if they revealed some secrets here or revealed something that may have created this situation here, or they're ready to move on and reveal the truth to you. 4 of Wands, okay. Some of you may have found out this person was married or in another connection, but I think that's like for one of you, because for a lot of you, I don't think that's the case. I actually think this person wants stability, harmony, and balance. Yeah, and the Page of Cups. They want to make an offer, moving in together, being exclusive, having a balanced and stable connection. Okay, that's the energy I'm getting in the Tower, because this has been a Tower moment for them, Aquarius. And this might be a total shift. I mean, your person may have been a bit of a player, or they were kind of a self-proclaimed bachelor or bachelorette, or maybe they said they didn't want anything serious, but they're coming to a major realization here. The Tower, Aries, Scorpio energy. I want a relationship with my Aquarius. I want to apologize. I want to make this emotional effort. The 6 of Pentacles, they want to make it up to you, but they also see you as somebody who brings balance and harmony into their life. All right, the 6 of Cups, they know you're sad or you're hurt or you're upset about something here that's happened in the past. They see you working hard, working through this, but they also see you as dedicated and hardworking within the relationship. And the Wheel of Fortune, Sagittarius energy, they see that you are money, Aquarius. And I don't mean that in a materialistic way, but I mean that you bring abundance, an abundance of joy, abundance of peace, abundance of laughter, ideas, intellectual conversations, different points of view. And with the Wheel of Fortune, I mean, they see you as a destined partner here. All right. Their energy, Aquarius energy, so they're all up in your energy. They could be another Aquarius, but they do want to heal things. I think they're starting to see things more big picture. They may be playing the long game, but ultimately, Aquarius, I feel like you really are their wish fulfillment. All right, so let's see what else we need to know. What else do we need to know about this person? Child eternal. So some of you might have felt that they had a little bit of that Peter Pan syndrome, the Page of Wands in reverse. Although the child eternal archetype is coming out in the upright, this person may be determined to remain young in body, mind, and spirit, which to me is a positive thing, and an ability to see things with fresh eyes. So it's almost like they're seeing this connection. They're seeing life with fresh eyes after this Tower moment here with you. Okay, and we have guide energy, places financial gain and control over imparting spiritual insight. I don't think that's the case. Some of you, they have been like consulting psychics and readers and things like that. But more so, I'm just getting like this person may have placed like financial gain or the 3D, or I don't know if they were like being a bit superficial with you. That's kind of what I'm getting. All right, maybe they've needed a little bit of help and guidance here within this connection. All right, let's see how they're viewing you, Aquarius. How are they viewing my Aquarius? How are they viewing my Aquarius, please? All right, the bully energy. So sometimes you might intimidate this person. Now, it's good that this is coming out in the upright because they don't see you as a bully, but they see that you have a tendency to intimidate others. And most likely it's intellectually, could also be physically. You're extremely good looking, well put together, calm, and helps you confront the inner fears that bully you. See, I think you're helping them, your energy and what's happened here in this Tower moment is helping them to confront the fears that have been bullying them, their inner fears. Yeah, they see you as the athlete archetype, so dedicated to transcending physical limits, including handicaps, development of personal willpower, and strength of spirit. Yeah, so they definitely hold you in high regard here. They see you as a powerful, intense person here, but intense in the sense that, like, you know, you're in a league of your own, really. All right, so the 5 of Wands in reverse tells me behind the scenes, this person wants a stable, committed relationship with you. They may want to, or they may be eliminating obstacles or other options, or putting people in their place, you know, I kind of get like resolving other people's opinions about whether or not they should be with you, in the sense that, you know, probably telling them to F off, or that, you know, thanks for your opinion, but I'm going to do what I want with Aquarius, you know, not to say that as in hurt you or, you know, be cruel or something like that. But I'm more so like, as, you know, like it's my business what I do with Aquarius. That still sounds kind of weird, but you know what I'm trying to say, like, you know, not caring about what other people think about this relationship. But for a lot of you, it's a wanting to heal conflict, or like I said, removing obstacles or anything that scatters their energy. All right, we see the 7 of Pentacles. They're being patient and strategic. They're doing a review of the past. They're finding balance, Libran energy, and wanting to, they're strategizing about how to make it up to you. Again, it's coming through a lot. This person wants to make it up to you. All right, and the 7 of Cups, and they're getting clarity and removing obstacles and other options so that they have a chance with you. So the Chariot card in reverse, Aquarius, is really telling me, let this person come to you. Let this person show you who you are. The 8 of Swords, even if you're stressing, okay? And the 10 of Pentacles, all right, potential relationship and healing. So I see a lot of my Aquarius, this really could potentially lead to a long-term commitment or connection here, even though you're feeling that stress. The Ace of Pentacles in reverse tells me this person, we saw with the Star card, them maybe playing a bit more of the long game. They might feel like the timing isn't quite right. But the Ace of Pentacles in reverse also tells me they are really worried that they've missed an opportunity here with the one, or someone that they really, really value. All right, so Aquarius, you have made quite the impact here, to say the least. And it's mostly the way you conduct yourself is what I'm getting. But let's see what else we need to know about this person or this connection. All right, putting thoughts in my head. See, I do get this feeling that, I don't know, they're susceptible to like friends and family and their opinions about this connection or about what they do. I also think there are things that you've said that have really, really landed. Okay, and they may have been a novelty, they may have been something new here for them, but what you've said is stuck with them. They're getting, constant reminders, and they may be hiding something, Seven of Swords, but they're not going to hide it much longer. And we see protection. They may have been protecting someone or something here by not telling you, like maybe like they have friends or family that didn't agree with this connection or didn't think you two were good for each other or something like that. But I do think this protection energy is them wanting to protect you, wanting to protect this connection, kind of at all costs. Like I said, I do think in the background, they're probably telling people off or, getting rid of other obstacles because they really do. They want this chance at something real with you. Okay. Let's see what else my Aquarius need to know here, please. All right, single parent. Maybe they're a single parent or they were raised by one or there's a single parent involved here. They may be self-employed and financially stable. Very interesting. Aquarius, this person is somebody who's used to being very independent, but that doesn't mean they're not influenced by like their inner circle. So again, they may have struggled with interconnectedness because like single parent, self-employed, and financially stable is, this is a trifecta, right? This is no easy task for those of you who know, being self-employed is difficult. Being a single parent is difficult. Being a self-employed single parent and financially stable is difficult. So again, I do think like they know what their priorities are. There's stability and strength there in that energy. And we see divorced and past hurt. So they may also still be reacting to, a divorce or a past hurt there. Again, not that we justify any of their behavior or bad behavior, but at least we know where some of it might come from or what the origin story is there of that bad behavior or what they're reacting to. Again, it doesn't even necessarily mean there was bad behavior here, but all right, let's see what else we need to know. What else do we need to know? The attraction you feel is mutual. It's still there. Someone is undergoing a spiritual transformation. It feels like it's them, but you as well. This love is emotional, physical, and unconditional, Aquarius. Okay. And forgiving yourself or another will help you move forward. That's how we heal and release karma. But I also see potential for forgiveness. All right. And your intuition already knows if this person is available or not. For some of you, you might see that they're unable to give you everything you deserve. But for others of you, like I said, your intuition already knows if this can work, I think. All right, so let's go ahead and see what they would like to say to you. What would this person like to say to you? What does this person want to say to you? Reflection. Being away from you has allowed me to gain clarity. Okay. And I haven't told you everything. Secrets. There's definitely secrets being revealed here. All right. And we see regret. I wish this had never happened, or they have some regrets and remorse about what's happened here. All right. Anything else we need to know? I'm more affected than you know. I feel safer in the silence right now. Your words linger in my mind, and something is still missing for me, and I'm trying to figure out what that is. So they're still trying to figure things out here. All right, Aquarius, let's see what their very next actions are towards you. What are this person's very next actions towards my Aquarius? What are this person's very next actions towards my Aquarius, please? What are this person's very next actions towards my Aquarius, please? All right, Knight of Wands, taking action. All right, after a period of, of rumination, anxiety, reflection, they want to avoid disaster. All right, they don't want to let this go. Hierophant, they want a relationship. And yep, their Nine of Cups is they want a relationship with you. They may be feeling heartbroken. They may be spying on you. Also, she's my card of secrets. So I do think secrets are going to be revealed here, Aquarius. And they may not all be easy secrets, you know, because I'm kind of getting, like, the energy I'm getting about the secret. And I don't know why you would necessarily need to know this, but, you know, there may have been a wolf in sheep's clothing around this person or around you. And again, I don't know if it's a friend. I don't know if it's a family member, but I'm kind of getting like you need to know that this person doesn't really agree with your relationship or was trying to get with your person, okay, but like pretending to be your friend. It feels like something like that, okay? But of course, it's going to be different for all of you. And a lot of you, they're revealing their secret feelings that they want to be in a relationship with you after coming off as being a bit of a player or like not committed or something. So the grounded response oracle says, release your expectations, Aquarius. Meet reality as it is. Be where you're met. Invest where effort flows both ways. Trust your pace. You're allowed to move slowly. All right. And stay open, but not attached. Beautiful. And let this discomfort pass. All right. I think you're going to be getting communication pretty soon. All right, my lovely Aquarius, I'm going to leave it here. Sending you love and light. Take care.